Welcome everyone. This is the second session for doing anger management. So I like this quote and I'm sharing with all of you. Anger does not solve anything. It builds nothing, but it can destroy everything. I'm sure you do agree with me. During the first session, we did check our belief system. We did question answers. It was very interactive session. All of you participated, and common belief what we did say, most majority of people say anger is natural, anger is common, anger is strength. We did bust few of the myths by giving examples. And we will talk about all these beliefs throughout the presentation. So here another quote for you. When a man is wrong and won't admit it, he always gets angry because, it's very hard not to get angry. And it's very easy to get angry and, blame others for sometimes your own mistake or even for others' mistake also, you do get angry and may spoil your relationship. So in today's session, again, I would like all of you to participate fully and let me know what you think. So do you have a choice to get angry or not to get angry? Do you feel you have choice? Yes, no, maybe?
Maybe.
Okay. Anybody else?
Right now, no.
Okay. So right now you don't have choice. Sometimes you do feel you have a choice. And I feel you always have a choice. So we have differences, difference in opinion. So, like sometimes actors, how they are doing fine and then they quickly, choose to get angry. We'll talk more during a future questions and presentation, but I wanted you to have a moment and think about it. When situation is there, do I always have to get angry? Can I change the situation? Can I change the other person? If not, then why am I getting angry? Because we talked during the first session, and when you are making you're angry, you're harming yourself more than the other person. Because when the anger is like a coal, you're holding it in your hand before you give it to others. So, and I will show you in my future presentation what are the impact of these emotions on our body. That's the reason we all are talking today. Why do we need to manage anger? Because it is harmful for us. And that belief is sometimes it is needed. I do agree. We talked about what are the various ways to express anger. Now, we need to have that discipline, that assertiveness, that stern eye with our children, right? And if you are in a role of a boss, you need to get work done. So there are choices. Which choice do we choose? What time? That's what wisdom we are trying to gain together. So here I'm sharing another quote. If you are patient in one moment of anger, you will escape 100 days of sorrow. We did talk about that, and when we are angry, sometimes we even don't realize what we are saying. And then later on, we do have that resentment. We do think, I wish I did not say that. So that's the reason we need to, whenever anger is coming, take a pause and then ask, is it worth to get angry at this time or not? Because you don't want to repent later on. So another question. It is kind of similar, but I rephrased it differently. Do you get angry or choose to get angry or someone makes you angry? What is your belief system?
This meeting is
Is a choose.
Yes. So we always, it's easy to blame others because of him, because of her, because of this situation. I am getting angry. You are choosing to get angry, right? Nobody can make you angry. People will do what they want to do. They will say what they want to say. But now it is your turn how you want to respond. If you are often reactive, you don't even think twice, you just say what you want to say without thinking, then yeah, you can say somebody else made you angry. But I just wanted to bring that awareness. We do have that power to take a pause, to think and choose. Is it work to get angry, spoil relationship, or make a big deal out of small deal? So we need to be aware and make our choices carefully. Another question, is anger necessary? I think I did give that answer, but I would like to hear from all of you. What are your thoughts? So Parna saying no, it is not necessary to get angry. Anybody else? So as far as necessity go, right? So there are always other ways to get work done. It is not necessary, and I did talk about that. Yeah, you need to maintain that discipline among your staff and for your kids and other situations. So it is not really necessary, but some people, and especially parents, we did have that parent session. We do know parents do get challenged, they lose patience, and then they say, yeah, they had to do it. So again, it is a belief system, it is necessary. So I just wanted to bust that. No, you do have choice. In other ways, it is not necessary. The next question, is anger useful?
No.
Aparna, thank you. Yeah, thanks a lot. Ramara is saying it is not useful, and we do know, but even medically also we will learn why it is not useful, what happens to our body, even for our emotional health, physical health, social relationship. I don't see it anywhere we say it is useful. So here another quote for you. For every minute you remain angry, you give up 60 seconds of peace of mind. So we all should ask ourselves, what do we want in our life? If you ask anybody, they would say, I want to be happy, healthy, and peaceful. They don't say, I want to be angry. So that tells us anger is not useful, and we really don't want to be angry. But we don't know how to manage our anger, and we do get carried away with this emotion, and we end up doing things which we don't want to do. So do you feel good after getting angry?
No.
Yeah. Did you ever think why? Why we don't feel good? And if we do know we don't feel good, but then we do it again, right?
Yeah, generate the negative energy.
Yeah, right. So in fact, yeah, Ramar, I was saying we feel terrible because we talked in the very beginning, and I just said, we all want to be happy and we want to be peaceful. We want to be loveful. So anger and love, they cannot stay together. So when you do get negative, like you, as Alok said, it's negative energy, right? So and negative energy outcome will be negative. It cannot give you positive result. So that's the reason. And we did talk about emotions. What are emotions? Emotion is energy in motion. So anger generates a lot of energy, that burst of energy, sugar surge happens, that flight and fight response we talked about. So at that time, because your even rational mind is hijacked, you don't know. But later on, when you're calm, you're rethinking, then you do have that realization. So always remember, you're not going to feel good after getting angry. So whenever you're getting angry, just stop for a minute. We will talk more techniques how to take care. But another question, do you feel good when someone gets angry with you? You don't feel good when you get angry, but do you feel good when someone gets angry with you? No. Absolutely not, right? So, but do you think, I know today we don't have kids with us, but do you ever know how our kids feel when we get angry with them? If you don't feel good, somebody gets angry with you. Think about your kids, or maybe other people you work with, or in your relationship, you get angry. How do they feel? Either, and especially what happens is with kids, we do that and we think if they're not studying, I'm getting angry, they will go and study. But the reality is they're not feeling good inside, maybe because of fear. They're thinking, okay, let me go and do it, my parents will be calm for some time. But when they're studying, do you think they are able to focus? With that negative energy within them, I don't think they are focusing. So we need to think twice about our strategy when we want to get work done. Um, Definitely at workplace, your relationship will be impacted if you're getting angry. With kids also, sometimes I have seen when they are younger, you think they are listening to you, they're doing it, and anger works. But as they grow older, we all know, when we say, oh my God, teens are unmanageable, they don't listen to me anymore, my control is not there, because they got immune to your anger, right? So that's other person choice. You're giving anger, but what if other person is immune? They don't take your anger. Yeah, my mom always keeps saying, who cares, right? So it's not a good idea to get angry, and for many reasons. So let's see, next question. Do you like angry boss or happy boss? Okay. Everybody would like happy boss. And cool. Absolutely right. Does anybody have any stories? Do you ever had angry boss in your career? Okay, but I will tell you, I did not, but I do work with few teams where I do get surprised when I see people losing their temper. And I kind of feel I wish they know what is the impact on them or their team morale. Because again, anger is negative energy. So I think people use it because they think our employees' performance will improve. But what is your opinion? Does your performance improve with angry boss?
No.
I no. Uh, my job role is to work with cross-functional teams. So I don't have any direct authority on anybody. So I can just influence them. I can build relationship, and then I can get work done. So definitely performance doesn't improve. As we said, for kids example, kids are doing it because they might have fear or whatever, might have respect also. But the same thing, boss is getting angry. They think employees will be productive. It's up to the employee what he's doing because or she's doing. So what I'm trying to say, influence, power to influence is very important, especially with global teams. So instead of anger, use that power of influence without having authority, that collaboration strategies and all. So we will learn some of the discussions. How do we do that? Aparna, fully agree with you. It's rather demotivating. Why? Because it brings down your energy level, right? If somebody you're listening to positive boss, motivational speech and very inspiring, empowering employees, rather they have that belongingness. They rather give their more than 100% and they will go above and beyond. With angry boss, as I said, even people do develop immunity, and we do know from industry the data why people change their job because, majority of time it's their boss, right? That relationship with boss. Okay, so Srinivas is enjoying discussion. Okay, so wonderful. We will look forward to meet with Srinivas tomorrow. So let's have few more belief system check. So is anger the way to exercise authority? I kind of shared, but I would like to ask you again, what is your belief system?
Anger cannot be solution of anything.
Absolutely right. I did discuss that quote in the beginning, and I'm reinforcing that. So I'm seeing that, not really, but we do know people use it at work places, right? There are few bosses who think, they can do whatever they want to do because they have authority to maybe promote or to, give bonus or whatever. They have the power, but they don't understand in the long term what damage it can be to the team morale, to individual morale. I think we talked about IQ and EQ also in the past, that thought management series. So today's need of the hour is to have that emotional intelligence, to motivate your employees using your emotional index, your emotional strength, instead of using your authority. Okay. So here again, I'm sharing anger will deprive you from happiness. So again, we were saying, boss may think, or as a parent also, sometimes we think we can use our authority, but again, think about the other person who is the receiver side, right? So, and it is, again, we said we don't feel good after getting angry, so we are losing our happiness. We are giving maybe pain to other person. So anger will deprive you from your happiness, so you need to think twice. The other question, I think it may be the last one. If someone gets angry with me, I need to get angry. Otherwise, people take me for granted. Is it true or false? I agree with Ramarao. So, there are a belief system where we say tit for tat, right? So if somebody is saying something to me, I want to show I am strong. I will also not keep my mouth shut. People do that, but Aparna is also saying it's false, and sometimes circumstances makes us do. So Aparna, I will request you to change your sentence. Like, you, again, we said that you are choosing to be angry. Circumstances will be there, but you need to choose what you want to do. They cannot make you to do. And the reason here I'm also saying you are not a machine. Machine response is fixed, on and off. You want to switch on machine, or you can turn it off, because machine doesn't have choice, no option. But as a human, we are not machine. We have that control with us. we can choose. You can choose when someone gets angry with me. I don't need to react. I have a choice. I will rather respond.
Poonam, I'm not fully agree on this thing. The reason why
Sure.
some of the people have seen it, they just become so angry on you because they know you will not reply back, right? They are expecting you to reply back, right? Until unless it's not a matter of 1 day, 2 day, it's a 6 month, year. They keep doing the same thing again and again. How much polite you are doesn't matter for them. They just take it for granted. So that's
So
my
what
personal opinion.
choices are you doing?
So that's my personal opinion. Sometime you have to respond. I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah,
I fully agree with you. You need to respond, but how you respond, when you respond, what kind of responses you are giving, that's what we need to talk about and learn about. I am not saying, don't respond, uh, even though we say silence is gold, but not always. So it is definitely situational, but I wanted all of us to realize we do have that power, we do have that choice. So we don't need to go in that auto mode, and then later on repent or resentment. We talked about that guilt. So those are the emotions which will pull us down. So just remember, you do have a choice. You can respond, and we will learn the ways to respond. There are like, how do we respond to anger? Suppression is one way, aggression is another way, assertive is the third way. So we will learn all these methods. And even Dr. Lena had shared wonderful language what to use so that people know they are not doing the right thing. You need to express yourself, but with stability. So that's what we will learn during these sessions.
So, Poonam, I actually agree totally on this because I feel that we really need to respond to this, not react. And yeah, circumstances will be, they'll be bad. And sometimes people just take your weakness. They think it's a weakness. When you're nicer, they take that as a weakness and try to exploit it. I think, thank you for these, these sessions are making us stronger, and I think we can use that in our daily lives to make sure that people don't, and kind of use it in a certain way, um, um, for for overcoming this anger. So thank you.
I appreciate Aparna, you chiming in and sharing. So definitely, we will explore together what are the various ways, and is it really a strength or weakness? We did talk about that during the first session, but we can take it to the deeper level and see how do we make it our strength. The patience is the strength, right? So I will share even personal stories, what I have gone through and did, and how the success happened. It takes definitely a lot of practice, patience, but those are the virtues we are trying to develop. As I said in the beginning, getting angry is very easy, right? But holding your back, putting that restraint, that needs strength. And that's what power we are going to get once we imbibe and we change our thought process. That was the very first reason we chose to do thought management, and we will go over during next session where we'll talk about why it is very important to have the right belief system. Then only we can work on ourselves and change our habits, behavior. So here I'm sharing the last quote. So here, okay. So your anger is telling you where you feel powerless. So anger is not a strength. When you get angry with something, that means that bothers you, right? So you become powerless. Your anxiety is telling you that something in your life is off balance. Your fear is telling you what you care about. Your apathy, it is telling you where you are overextended and burnt out. So it's very, very important to check your thoughts and feelings And taking those pauses in a day is very, very important, especially at this time. We all are working really hard. We are having multiple hats. We are all working from home, right? So if we get carried away with long hours of working, don't even pay attention to our inner world and our feelings, that's going to harm us long term. So my request to all of you is, again, I have said that several times in my previous sessions also, do take a pause after every minute and look at your thoughts. Is there a traffic jam in your mind? What kind of feelings are coming? So just remind yourself that you are a peaceful soul. You are a powerful soul. This is just a temporary situation. Things will be fine. So if you keep doing positive affirmation throughout the day, start your day with positive affirmation, end your day with gratitude, you will easily sail through this difficult time. With that, I would like to take a pause and stop the recording.